My name is James, and today I'm going to give you my UFC Edmonton best bets. Overall, what do I think about this card? It's not the best, just being very transparent. But I'm excited for it because I'm actually going in person. I live pretty close by, so I'm going to give it a go. Go to my live event there and have some fun. Have some bets too. Come on. How did we do last weekend? Smashed it, right? 10 and 13 out of the picks, 77% win rate. Gotta love that. Made $800 or 8 units in profit. Rent is paid. And obviously on screen here, just my favorite money lines. Got gifted the decision by Renat. Obviously Robert Whittaker was on his way. I found he was almost going to not win the first round, but survive the first round until his face exploded. Prop bets, fair enough. And then parlays, I don't even care about those two missing because we made money. Let's get into this week's best bets. First, Mike Malott. He's the only Canadian prospect we have left. And that's sad because we all saw what happened last time in his fight against Neil Magny. He won 14 minutes out of that fight, if not 14 minutes and 30 seconds of that fight. He gassed out and he quit. That's all it is. He's still a good prospect. He's still trained everywhere, still deadly everywhere. I'm still a believer, and I have to be because he's the only Canadian prospect, like I mentioned. Yusuf Zal, second time within the UFC, he's making a run for the belts. Not yet, but he's running through everybody. He's looking good, submissions, striking-wise, composure, IQ in the cage, everything. He's looking good. He's taking on somebody like Jack Shore. Jack Shore's tough, but honestly, he could move down in weight there and go to a different division. Zalal, he's just going to be better in my opinion, so pretty confident with those two. And then Jasmine. This one's like wishy-washy. I think the line is getting a little bit too wide here. I still think she wins. De Silva, she has holes in her grappling, which means she can get takedowns. And Jasmine, if she gets somebody on the ground, very efficient, very deadly, holds you down, goes to the submission, all that kind of stuff. Striking-wise, decent. But honestly, her takedowns themselves, so. Get a little bit wishy-washy, which is why I'm a little bit nervous about this favorite. De Silva, I think she's great on the feet, but again, she has those holes in the takedown defense, but she's going to be constantly improving, so just be careful with that one. But I do think Jasmine wins, but not, I don't know, if the line goes any further, stay away from it, in my opinion. Underdog time, we got Rodrigo Nascimento. I say just pick your side in this fight. I think Rodrigo's going to be the better fighter. I get that he lost in his last fight against Derek Lewis, but he's got to be faster. I think he's going to be able to get the takedowns. He's a decision fighter. He's just going to be able to hold Romanov down. And I get Romanov can be okay, but recently he looks like a fat slob. Like, honestly, there's no way you can even be close to being a UFC heavyweight if you look like him. I just don't get it. How are you supposed to be the best in the world and then look like that? Ridiculous. So I'm on a Rodrigo side. I think he's taking his career more seriously, and I think he's going to be the more dangerous man within the cage. Next is Derek Lewis. Okay, he's taking on Jonita Denise or whatever his name is. I get that he's going to be the younger, faster opponent in the striking. Derek Lewis, he just holds power. So that's the thing. Even if he loses a round or two, he still just needs to hit you once or twice and you're out. So he's definitely live in this fight. I'm personally on the Denise side because I think he is just going to be first to the punch, but I'm not aware of the fact of what Derek Lewis is. He could just sprint out of the cage and do what he did like in his last fight, just fly a knee, boom, knock the guy out. And then next, Amir Albazi. We don't know what Moreno is going to look like, okay? Recently, Moreno's kind of been not engaged within the UFC, He's been taking some time off, doesn't look like he's in the greatest shape. He lost pretty dominantly in his last fight. And Amir, same thing. I get why he's the underdog. He's taken a year off. He arguably lost against his last fight against Kai Clara. And he's been going through a few health problems. But I think the drive within his his desire to be in the UFC is definitely bigger than Moreno's right now. Moreno's already done it all, right? He's been a champion. He's fought in several five rounders. Like, he has the experience, which is why I get he's the favorite. But Amir's no joke. So I think it's going to be close. I honestly say just pick your side. Both lines right now are pretty approachable, honestly. Like, you're going to get good value no matter which side you pick there. So just kind of pick your side and run with that. Prop bets. We have Zalal by decision. I think he's tough, but I also think Jack Shore's tough. So I just see it going long, but I don't see Zalal losing. So I think it's a good prop bet. Main event, it's going to decision. Pick your side, going to decision. Both guys are dangerous, but both guys are super tough. So it's going to be a good back and forth, but go into decision. Then next, Zahibi. or Ariel Helwani, how comedic, what a comedic genius I am. Yeah, over 2.5. Both guys are meh, and it's gonna go over 2.5. Lewis under 2.5. I think it's gonna be ended within the first round. So that's my reasoning behind that. Nascimento, he's a decision fighter, so bet him by decision. And then Malott by sub. I have a feeling. That's all the breakdown you get. Malott, I think 3 out of his 5 wins are by submission as well. He's nasty on the ground, jumping guillotines, and obviously if he can get those takedowns, drag you, clinch work, all that kind of stuff, he's gonna find the back. Parlay time. I'm at work, so I couldn't finish my spreadsheet, but obviously for you guys it will be updated, so I got a little post-it note. First, we have Jasmine and Marc-Andre Barrieux, or whatever his name is. I don't actually rate Barrieux. I think he sucks, but I think his opponent sucks more in this matchup, so I think he's actually going to win. And then next, Jasmine. So confident and then semi-confident, that kind of thing. So throw them together. Don't do like a super confident and then a really risky one and then lose your parlay. Makes no sense. So I'm kind of put those two together. Plus 116 is what it's sitting at right now. Super lock of the card. Milan and Zalal. 2 guys aren't losing. Next, Nascimento and Jourdain. Same. This kind of parlay is pick your side. Right? I'm on both their sides, so fucking parlay together. Plus 243. Great value. Gonna become a millionaire. Next, Sydney and Gibson. I'm semi-confident in Sydney. I think he holds great power and good distance control. The only problem is his chin is questionable. And then Gibson, I've never really rated Gibson, but a lot of people seem to be pretty high on Gibson this week, and I don't know, maybe I'm overlooking something. So I'm gonna throw him in there. So plus 115, good value at least. And then next, I do a thing where I pick the first 2 fights right every time, minus a few times. And that's Cody and Horth. If I could do Cody and then over 2.5 instead, I would much rather do that. So just take that into consideration. But Cody Gibson should win. And I don't know. The first fight I'm actually torn with. I get why Horth is the favorite, but you know, the Norway Petrovic or whatever the fuck her name is, she could win. So honestly, if I had to, I guess I could, it's my video. Yeah, fuck it. Cody plus over 2.5 for the women's fight for the first, and that's my first 2 fights correctly. Done deal. And then the green parlay. You know, green bets MMA. Gotta love it. The green parlay. Malott and Moreno over 2.5. Safety, lock of the card, negative 130. Honestly, take out a loan. Not financial advice, but take out a loan, high interest, put it on there. You double your money, become the richest man on earth. What can I say? Anyway, that was the best bets for UFC Edmonton. Obviously, I'm going to try to record a vlog. I think that might be cool for a little addition to this channel because it's my first live event, so might as well document it. So if you guys would like to see that, obviously comment down below. Obviously, socials, like and subscribe. You know the works. And yeah, hope you guys liked, and I'll see you guys next time. Get 'em on.